All right. So I wanted to show you a couple bugs I found that probably are easier to show you relative with a video than trying to just write them. So I'll submit this and I'll attach the YouTube video I'm making here to my bug report on the website or on the forums. So first bug, as you can see, oh dear, the trees. They've become able to grow on water. Now, it actually isn't that bizarre to have a pine tree in the edges of the water like this. I mean, before I moved to Puerto Vallarta, I lived in Washington State and in other places in the U.S. So I've seen this before, where they can get out here, like into the edges of the water. That's not that strange. That happens all the time. But they normally don't go out into here. This is a bit deep for a tree. And of course, it's also sitting on top of the water. And I don't think this is a hydroponic garden, so I don't think that's working. Oh, and for more fun, check this out. So let me gather the resources from these. Now, watch. You're going to get a laugh out of this. My villagers, they apparently have been transformed into extremely saintly people because they are able to walk on water, as you can see. See? I don't know how they're able to do that. Jesus Cristo there, I guess. See? So yeah, that's pretty weird. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't remember if I dragged a road out into the water there and just don't remember it. Who knows? Part the second. So, continuing on this forester hut thing, because I'm the guy with the forester hut stuff, wanting palm trees to be set to palm trees and not mixing pines with them. Because that's, again, we have pine trees in Mexico. We do. But where I'm at in Puerto Vallarta, we're in a jungle, and pine trees don't like living here. So we generally don't have pine trees here, unless someone's planted them here. But they wouldn't normally grow here. We have them up in the montañas, like up by the ranch and stuff, they have them, but they don't normally have them down at this level. So I would prefer to have it just be all palms. So check this out. So I found that with this forester hut here anyway, I am able to keep gathering the resources on this, what it plants, right? And if I keep doing this, eventually it starts planting palm trees. So at least this one, when I'm on the other side of this road, they will plant pine trees and palm trees. And it seems to be random. There doesn't seem to be any consistency. Like right there, see the palm tree growing? I've redone this many times, and it keeps, it seems to be a random chance. Again, I haven't reverse engineered your source code, so I don't know. Maybe your source code does that, and I just don't know, right? But anyway, long story short, it does appear that it's a random chance. Now, I don't know if it's biasing based upon how many trees are around it. So by biasing, it decides what to plant so it looks more, for lack of better, appropriate. I would certainly think about doing that, because if I was biasing what to plant, it's like, oh, there's a lot of palm trees around here. You know what? I'm going to plant palm trees. And as you can see, look, while I'm talking to you, these now planted palm trees. Previously, I made this video, but I forgot to turn my mic on. I was a bonehead. Previously, I did the same exact thing, and it planted all pine trees. Maybe it's feeling threatened, so now it's like, okay, I'll put in palm trees for you now. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I'm digging around with it. I'm trying to figure out, just for funsies, trying to figure out what's going on with the algorithm here. But yeah, anyway, the other thing that's kind of a bug, it probably should not be planting trees in the fields. Again, in the real world, this absolutely could happen. But I think that if there is a way to prevent trees from getting planted on these types of tiles, it's probably a good idea to do that. Because even though, of course, it's possible in the real world to have farmland where you have trees growing on them, that's not shocking. But just from a standpoint of for lack of better, looking good and less maintenance. It's probably better to keep that locked down, so the tiles that are farm tiles and ranch tiles and stuff, it does not seem to put them in ranches. It does put them in orchards, it does put them in fields, but it does not seem to ever plant a tree in a ranch. So whatever you've done to the ranch to prevent tree planting, probably ought to do to the fields and the orchards as well. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. There are a couple other little things up here. So this is weird. I can't remember the save file where I have something where I can show you. So you'll just have to trust me that I've seen this behavior, okay? So if I have a road that goes out here, let's say, and I delete it, it appears that the villagers do not remember that it was deleted. So whatever the pathfinding is, maybe it has a cache or something, where it's remembering where the path was at some point in time. I don't know. But what they'll do is let's say there was a road that was here and I deleted it, right? What they'll do is they'll start walking up here and then they'll come over, go to the end of where the road was, and then cut back. And that's really weird pathfinding anyway, because there's nothing here that they should be doing. But I've done this and I've repeated it. It absolutely happens. So it doesn't seem to always be related to a road that was deleted, though. If I remember correctly, there were a couple times where it's kind of like a GPS. This is going to be weird. Just go with it. It's kind of like a GPS error. So I'll have a road here, let's say, right? And it's like the GPS, quote unquote, you can't see me doing it, but I'm making air quotes. The GPS that the residents are using is off. And it'll actually be many feet away, many meters away. And then they'll come and they'll walk like they're walking down the road, but they're not on the road. They're actually on the ground in a straight line like they're walking on the stone road, but they're not. It's like it's in the wrong place or something. So I've seen it from a deleted road, and I've seen that from the road and just having a mistake. But the problem is I haven't actually done testing. I don't know for sure whether or not that's happening because of a bug, like the road's deleted but they think it's still there, or if it's a GPS quote-unquote type error. I don't know. That I don't know. I haven't done enough testing to tell you that. But that's something else that you might want to look into, because there's something weird going on there. I can't really think of anything else. Everything else is rocking. I'm having a load of fun with this game. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate your time, because this game is a lot of fun. It's the most fun I've had with a city builder in years. I really enjoy it. I was getting this way with SimCity at one time, back in the old days. But basically, as you can see here, I'm trying to recreate little Spanish towns. So I always put like a little gazebo, because Spanish towns is very, very common, little towns anyway. It's common to have a gazebo and some kind of public square. It'd be really cool. I guess I could do it with plazas, but it'd be really cool to be able to put have a gazebo in the middle of a square, because that's very, very common. You go up to San Sebastian, you go to other places, you see that all the time. I am working on my tequileria, the tequila fields. I am working on that, so that I hopefully will have done here within. I have to go back to the U.S. here pretty soon for a couple weeks on vacation to see some friends and get some paperwork done, but then I'll be back down to Mexico. When I get back down to Mexico, I'm going to work hard on that. So, mission statement, I want to get a field for tequila, so blue agave. I want to get a tequila distillery. I want to make a tequila distillery, and maybe even a raicilla distillery, because raicilla is kind of like Mexican moonshine, kinda. It's not tequila, but it's related to tequila. Anyway, long story short, yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. And then maybe if I get really excited, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a custom inn. And what I'll do is I'll make a custom inn, and what I'll make is I'll make a tequileria, which is basically a bar that specializes in tequila. And maybe I'll have it special. There's a bar right next to me here in Puerto Vallarta that specializes in raicilla. So they have a whole crap load of raicilla drinks. So maybe I'll find a way to do a custom one of these, and I'll change the name up here to Tequileria and stuff, because I'm really enjoying trying to model Mexican towns. I really am. I want to make Puerto Vallarta and Las Palmas and San Sebastian, Tepic, and some other places here. I think that'd be great. See, look how nice that looks when it's all palm trees. Look at that. Oh, they're so pretty. Got the square and the gazebo with the fountains and stuff. Oh my God, you have no idea. I love that kind of crap. I love that. Oh, and yeah, I get to do maintenance on my palms as well, just like we do in real life. We actually do have people to go around and clean the palm trees up on the Malecon and stuff like that, so that it looks nice. We are a tourist town after all, so it's definitely simulating Puerto Vallarta fairly well. And then long-term goal, I want to actually make a Puerto Vallarta map. I want to make the Bay of Banderas. I'll go out probably to Punta Mita, and then I'll go all the way down to probably Boca de Tomatlan, etc. So it'll be pretty much, I'll try and get the entire crescent of the Bay of Banderas as a playable map, but don't hold your breath on that one. I'll have enough trouble for a little bit here getting that tequila stuff done, because I have other work to do too. But I am enjoying this, and I really, really want to be able to distill tequila, especially since I'm learning to be a tequila sommelier. So anyway, long story short, just wanted to thank you. Just to summate very quickly, pathing problems where the villagers will go out here and then cut back in. I haven't figured out exactly why that's going on. The trees are normally a particular type based upon, it looks like based upon what's near them, but eventually it does appear that if I keep clearing the trees and there's enough of this type around it, it will change it. Who knows? I might be incorrectly observing that. You know, I may be assuming what's going on rather than knowing. And then also the biggie, the one that I started out the video with, is the trees are growing in the water, and worse yet, the humans the humans are walking on the water, which is a little bizarre. They probably should not be walking on the water. And thank you again, and we'll see you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.